Just sent to you. That's accurate. 2 days ago.
Perfect. And does Springfield have this?
Brian has it.
Okay, perfect. All right. Well, I think that actually that's not all I have. Holy fuck. I'm so sorry.
No, you're
Shit,
all
I
right.
don't even know if I should tell you. I don't know if there'd be an issue of conflict.
If they're not
Mm,
specific.
yeah, not specific. Not specific. Uh, actually, did you have any involvement on the KJ case, the vehicle portion?
Seizure, yeah, I rode over it.
Okay. Um, specific to that, was
Uh-huh.
the original search warrant that Richard filed necessary, or is that something that can pretty much be requested on the dock? Essentially, the holding of the vehicle pending the conclusion of the forfeiture.
So when Richard did it, it was the first time anyone had tried it.
Mm-hmm.
And essentially what it was this was your chance to lock the vehicle down, you know, to then get your stuff up on the docket so that, KG didn't run off with the car or take the parts out or whatever.
Right.
It would only last for 3 days, and if you didn't get the stuff up on the docket in that 3 days, then vehicle's unlocked, but you could still file on the docket.
Got it. Okay. Well, shucks. Okay, I may have to do that. Mm.
Did you have an issue? Did you have any questions about the ruling of the KG case?
I haven't looked at the ruling, so I'm uncertain as to how it was ruled. Um,
I mean, you're going to love this one. McMoo is part of the reason why it wasn't seized, because the self defense against cops
yeah.
ruling.
Uh-huh.
That was one of the incidents being used to seize the car, and since she ruled he was not guilty, we couldn't hold any criminal liability to that incident.
Okay. Well, hold on.
Yeah.
Whoa. Dumb question.
Yeah.
This is going to sound really stupid,
That's fine.
but if we don't file the hear me out on this. Hear me out.
Okay.
If we don't file the case against the person and instead file a case against the asset. I know that sounds dumb,
Right.
but from my understanding, typically that's how a lot of forfeiture works. Because
in the States, yeah, I mean, you'll see cases of like the state of Utah versus $840,000.
uh-huh. That hasn't been tried, has it?
No, it has not.
First
Hey,
time for
Rhodes.
everything. Hey, Pred. I'm just saying.
How's Pred taking the news, by the way?
Taking what news?
The danger news.
The danger news? It's whatever. It's whatever.
There's a lot of people on that list.
It be what
I
it
don't know
be.
how many of them are.
It be what it be at this point, Falconer.
True.
I don't know what to do or say. Nothing is fucking easy for us, but apparently it's easy for everyone else. Pain and suffering.
There could be some last minute sign-ups.
Okay, Falconer, additional dumb question. Looking at legislation regarding forfeiture,
Yes.
I see the under due process all the way at the very bottom. There's a criminal asset forfeiture.
Yep.
Citizens have the right to own property. Blah blah blah. And we have to put stuff on the docket. It says these forfeiture hearings must be filed by a member of the PD on the docket. The owner must be notified so they have the opportunity to defend allegations. But if I'm essentially putting a case against the asset, I have no problems informing the owner. But the whole thing is, it's becomes. How do I word this?
I mean, I'll say when we did KJ's case, Richard did motion to have the car present because, it was the car's case. So we did move the trial down to the car park where it was being held.
How'd that go?
It was fun.
Okay.
The car was present. It was a bit silent,
Right. Understandable. Rightfully so, might I add.
Yeah.
Falconer, I ain't gonna lie. You're probably about to see a huge uptick, at least in Shift 3 into 1, regarding cases against assets. It'll be interesting to see how this goes.
Yep, there will be.
All right, well, on that note, again, I don't want to conflict you, but you have a wonderful day.
Yeah, you have fun with that. But
Fred, did you speak to Denzel?
No, I haven't. Did you?
Okay, so I got a hold of Baz, who got in contact with Denzel. He is putting his name. I don't know if he's done it yet. Let me double check. His name is still not there. I'm going to fucking...
Here's my... I gotta... so I forgot to tell you. It's pretty important. But I got approval. All right? Get this. Me and the sheriff sat down and we actually had a constructive conversation.
Okay.
All right?
Uh-huh.
He's on board with us closing off our investigative reports, command reports, and high command reports, joint with them. So closing off our internal communications, as well as turning our investigative reports so that nobody has access to them but our investigators, even the marshals. And he's willing to fight that fight with us on all three.
Here's the tricky thing. Wait. When you say only detectives would? Is that what you're saying? Sorry. I lost you there.
So high command, of course, would have access to all three.
Right.
On both sides. Command would have access to command and investigative reports on both sides. And then investigative reports would be for the detectives.
Wouldn't the tricky part be if a detective's not around and something needs to be updated? Like, it's just going to become an absolute mess?
So, no. So, it will hopefully, between the two departments, we'll have enough people. That's where the command personnel comes in. Command personnel's jobs, since we have a field presence with our command team, our command team will pay attention and be up to date on everything that's going on. So they'll be in the loop of like what's taking place.
I mean, my personal stance is I think it's going to add an unnecessary barrier to entry is not the word I'm looking for. I think there's going to be a disconnect between hypothetical, right? I'm a normal officer. I'm at Mission Row, and someone approaches me and goes, "Hey, listen, I've been in contact with Opal over the past 2 weeks regarding this person who's been after me. I have an update. I think I know who it is. I'm a wee little officer. I go and pull up situations referencing this person. Nothing comes up. I don't even know a point of contact." I feel like that's going to happen a fair bit.
Well, and then you kind of said it yourself. They say they've already been talking to Opal. All right, so they take the report, and then what happens is that it's their job to inform command or inform somebody to inform Opal, and then it gets moved. I don't really think
I don't know. It's a strange jump in chain of command for like what is the net benefit? That investigations don't get leaked?
Well, then the net benefit is there's less leaks. Right? The entire PD won't be able to see the report that's going on. Less people can jump in, and most of the cops don't do their due diligence anyway with access to them. So, a lot of things slip through the cracks already. But if we drilled into our command team to be hyper aware, and officers are trained to do basic things like, hey, if someone is trying to put in a report on something, and the investigators would get that person to be, to say who their point of contact is to give the information towards. I think it should improve things because it allows us to bring the communication to the forefront, like get people on board that we trust to operate in a way that we want.
Yeah, I can agree with that. It's definitely
Plus,
fuck it. We try it. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work, right?
If it doesn't work,
we adjust.
Or if they take us to court to try and argue that we can't do that, then we have established a legal gray area.
Speaking of legal gray area, I'm going to try something probably today.
What is it?
I'm going to file suit against an asset, not the owner of said asset.
Okay.
So historically in the States, that's typically what happens in like civil asset forfeiture. related stuff. It's a suit filed against the asset, not the person. And if I recall correctly, I think the general basis is it doesn't matter. Not that it doesn't matter the owner's involvement, but at the end of the day, said vehicle was involved in a crime, right? Which is what happens in our cases a lot, where we don't get the person because they're on fucking Amaggio swap number 5 in a fucking pursuit. But we have the vehicle. We don't need to sit there and fucking prove so-and-so's involvement. Just that it was used in the commission of a crime. And to be clear, I don't mean like, oh, we're going to file a seizure for a vehicle for street racing. I think that would be silly. Unless there's like this big grand case, right? But yeah, today we had gotten shot by besties over a boost. And I wanted to do this a week or two ago after we got shot over a street race. But unfortunately, timing didn't line up very well. But there's one case here of the 3 cars that we have down in the motor pool. One of them's registered to Dixie, and Dixie's DNA was on scene. Okay. The others I might do for the sake of testing the waters. But I'm probably going to be putting these on the docket and filing for seizure. See how it goes. Again, limit testing. Last thing. I want us to repurpose the VAF system. We have no VAF system in place. I think we use the MDT VAF system for documenting a vehicle's involvement in crime. That is,
kinda
imagine
like catalog.
Yeah, the thing is, you can visually see, because that number is going to go up and up and up, and when it exceeds 3, I think it even turns red on the MDT. So you could go and pull up Lucky Torkel's profile, or Dixie Dempsey, or Aziz Shaw, look at their profile, and if there's a vehicle with an extraordinarily amount of high VAFs, again, the VAFs themselves mean nothing, but it'll pinpoint the amount of times these vehicles are being used in crime.
They honestly need you to do this because they lose every case when it comes to vehicle asset force.
Well, I just got off the phone with Falconer. Richard lost the case because of McMoo's ruling. Like, McMoo ruling the self-defense thing because he can't be charged twice. But again, the whole point of me trying to push for the
ruling was overturned, though.
It was overturned, but because of double jeopardy, he can't be recharged. But that's the point I'm trying to make regarding filing against the asset, not the person, because I don't give a fuck about the person's.
If the ruling got founded in court through appeal
as improper,
that it was the wrong ruling, in that it was not the right ruling, that they in fact should have been charged, why doesn't that count?
Because of double jeopardy, you can't be charged twice for the same thing.
Well, just because
he was found not guilty.
Charged. Yeah, he wasn't charged, but the court recognizes that wrongdoing still occurred. He just gets out on a technicality. Like that's what the appeal process is like it like in that instance it recognizes the wrongdoing. It just doesn't recharge him.
I understand what you're saying. Well, actually, even the thing is, even Richard filed against the asset too. Now that I think about it, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, even VAFs didn't care about the owner's guilt. It was just, was it involved in a violent felony? Were there signs of tampering? End of story. And not only that, I'm considering getting petty enough to file these for every single instance. And I know a lot of people hate court and hate docket stuff, but I'm willing to put every single instance in which a vehicle is used in a violent felony onto the docket immediately, because I think we are shooting ourselves in the foot. This is going to sound backwards. I think we're shooting ourselves in the foot submitting everything at once, expecting that a judge is going to reasonably consider all 3, 4, 5 instances that have occurred, have to go through 5 instances, as opposed to I throw up a situation. If they deem it not enough, great, whatever. 5 days later, it happens again. Then referencing the court case in which they were like, yeah, that's bad, but we don't deem it seize-worthy. And at that point, they have to look back at their own rulings individually for each of those cases and not try to whip everything together all at once.
Why aren't we charging people as accessories for if they have individuals' cars? Like Rissa Bear for
oh my gosh, Fred. Holy fuck. Rissa Berry's vehicle is downstairs. Not only is her vehicle downstairs, her secondary vehicle I ran the plate of before being shot down was also on scene. So I gave her a call.
Charging her as an accessory.
I gave her a call, Pred. I said, hey, Matt Rhodes, LSPD, can I get you down to Mission Row so we can have a conversation regarding a situation that just recently occurred? She's like, oh, I'm busy. And I was like, okay. How about we schedule something? She goes, no, I don't talk to police. And I was like, okay. Well, I mean, can we figure out availability? Because, I would love to, figure out, what's going on here. She's like, no, I gotta get going. And I was like, okay, just make sure that you post your availability on the docket. She's like, on the docket? I was like, yeah. She's like, okay.
And then force her to come into interrogation on the grounds that you'll charge her as an accessory next time.
Well,
I don't understand why are we not charging people as if someone. All right, look.
I know what you're gonna say. We've had the conversation. I know. I don't think it should be a norm. I will say that. I think
we have a problem where people, are doing the type of thing nonstop. I mean,
I agree. We need. The thing is, if we try it, and Fred, what you're thinking of isn't wrong. Public perception will be bad. Not bad. That's not what I'm saying.
Can I ask you a question?
Well, hold on. I wanna make sure I'm understood properly here. They will, in my opinion, win the first case until the DOJ clarifies the expectation, right? However, they will take that and it'll bolster their perceived understanding of the courts, and they will then try to fight everything with their wonky perception of how the law works. And it would be
I could dog walk this in court. I'm going to be honest with you. I mean, how many instances could you pull up right now of Rissa Berry's vehicles being used just in the last
issue.
week?
We rarely ever track. But if we use the VAF system, do you even know how the VAF shit works? Have you taken a look?
No, never.
Okay. Give me give me a second. I need Rissa Berry here. This vehicle. Just a heads up, if you press add, I can't even. Oh, I can.
You can't search by vehicle plate, can you?
You can. So what you have to do is you go to the vehicle section, you type in the plate there, and then VAFs come up on the right side of the vehicle. So if you look up, let me know when you're ready for a plate.
Ready.
UUJ01U41. You see on the right side where it says VAF? Wait, nothing came up?
Yeah, UUJ01U41.
Are you under vehicles? The tab?
Yeah,
no.
I'm in the vehicles tab.
Okay, go to.
Oh, I hold on. I'm a fucking idiot.
I think, again, the reason this exists was because of the prior VAF system, but that's now outdated. I say we just repurpose this for tracking instances with vehicles. I think it'd be so much fucking better. So, do you need the plate again?
No, I got it pulled up.
So do you see?
Sigma 2.
Yep. Do you see VAF 1 on the right?
Yeah, I do.
Click that. There's a report. In fact, I made that report, or that VAF. Now, here's kind of an issue, but not really. If you press create VAF, it makes it and auto saves it. Even if you did it accidentally, and then in order to remove it, it needs to be, I want to say revoked, but I'm uncertain. Let me see. Let me get rid of this prior one. Rejected. I don't know if it can be deleted. I'll contact a justice, but I did reject the old one that was there. And it should no longer show on the profile. see, Rissa.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
don't we document cars and reports through photographs and officers that are
We
on
do,
scene?
but there's an additional issue of you can't really search plates or VINs unless they're within the body of the report. And even if you can, think of how much easier it is when you can just pull up a profile for a vehicle and then reports referencing situations that have occurred in this vehicle's involvement.
So what was the incident today where everybody got shot?
It's report 37142. Booth shootout by hospital. My statement's not in there yet because I've had to do a whole fucking bunch of paperwork, but DNA Lucky
so we
Torkel.
can't search by the vehicles tab, right? We can't. So we can't.
Correct. Even if you put that vehicle under the vehicles section in this report, you can't search it.
Are you sure? Even if you checked evidence and just put the plate in, it wouldn't show up. Can we experiment? Can you put a plate on this report real quick, and then I'll search it in evidence and see if it pops up?
Well, it's not going to pop. There's nothing in evidence that would come up as.
Are you sure it wouldn't come up as the plate of the car?
There isn't an evidence field for a VIN or a plate.
Yeah, but it's general evidence. Like, we can just type something in, right?
Yes. It will come up if it is listed as just
my god, vehicle fragments.
Well, vehicle fragments are not what people think
just
they
paint
are.
chips, yeah.
Yes. And not only that, I don't even think people know how to determine the color of the paint chip. It's neither here nor there. The issue we run into very frequently is vehicles' involvement in stuff. We've tried putting stuff in titles. Davenport found out that the only way searching a VIN or a plate would work is if it's somewhere within the body of the report, but there was some additional nuance to it. I forget what it was. Give me a second. I will put the plate of the vehicles that I have for this other situation. 290.
Is there any unidentified blood?
I don't believe so.
Because if there was unidentified blood, we could probably articulate that we need to get Rissa Berry's blood on file. Is her blood on file?
Okay. I put in 2 plates. Look at the bottom of that booth shootout by the hospital. There's 2 things. It's the KHM and the AQ1.
Wait, where'd you put it at? Because I don't
all the way
see
at the
listed.
very bottom, like in the body of the report. It's just a testing plate check. 2 vehicle plates were this and that.
Well, what I was saying is, do you see the vehicle thing off to the right? What happens if we put it in there too?
I don't think that's searchable at all. I'll try.
That might just come up in evidence. There has to be some type of system.
So Sultan, test. Nothing in evidence. And if I search that plate under reports, it's not in... It doesn't come up.
It's just fucking useless. Yeah, I got you.
However, I wanted to show you like the egregious example. Okay, actually, it's not egregious. It's perfectly fine because it didn't work. Hold on. Save this report.
The VIN?
Yeah, I mean, even if I search the VIN that I put on a separate line, it doesn't come up. But, like, do you see why that's such a problem?
Yeah.
However,
well, I mean, the thing that sucks is that we should have the information is there. We just can't search for it.
Correct. But again, if we reutilize the VAF system, because you get a visual representation of repeat offenders. Because again, pull up Rissa's profile. You see the vehicles that have 1 out of 3 VAFs, 2 out of 3 VAFs, 1 out of 3. Her other one I just removed, but it was 1 out of 3, right? you start to consider, you've run into a vehicle that has 10 out of 3. That means it's been caught 10 times, and likely there likely was an arrest, especially if you're dealing with the besties, right? But I think the whole thing, instead of it being in white with a green background, I want to say it turns red. And so you start, like, it starts visually becoming very easily identifiable. Let me VAF one of my vehicles 3 times. Hold on. I want to see that visual representation. Gressley.
This is a good system that you came up with using what we got currently.
I think it's the best thing we can do with the hand dealt to us, you know?
Yeah,
Okay,
I mean, solid.
profile 1303. Okay, perfect. Look at my open up my profile. My public one, not staff.
Okay.
You'll see the 3 out of 3. It's very difficult to fucking see that red is actually terrible on that background, but the 3 out of 3 is red because it's at the old VAF threshold. So it becomes visually very easy to determine. Imagine you pull up Rissa's shit and damn near every one of her vehicles had that. That'd be such an easy case.
But we should charge her.
Give me. I have to call Falconer. Fuck. I don't know if I can full on remove these VAFs. I can revoke them, but it'll show that I revoked them and they won't just be fully deleted. Which, not the biggest deal in the world, but...
Hopefully you don't lose that car, man.
No. I mean, fuck it. I'll, I don't know if he's going to pick up. I'll just revoke all of them. And won't be an issue. Here, revoke. Revoke and revoke. I mean, again, VAFs have no bearing on anything at the moment. I was approached with a couple things that I need to talk to you about before I forget.
Okay.
Numero uno. Richard told me that he was told you were provided a list of names for detectives. Has that happened?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there any movement on that? Or do we know what we're doing with that?
I already told them to go ahead and start working. Well,
the list of names, were they like approved?
Yeah, I mean, I approved everybody.
Oh. So there wasn't any name shot down? Because if not, then...
I think there was one shot down, actually.
Oh, God. Was it Richard? Please don't be Richard.
It wasn't Richard. Richard's good. Richard's always good.
Yeah. Also, do you know how there's been a huge uptick in everyone looking into financial stuff because of everything that's happened? People need to be made aware that when transfers are going to business accounts, people who have access to that account look as though they're receiving an identical amount. So if a business gets $10 million and there's 3 people on that account, it's going to show 3 transactions and $10 million going out. So if people are using tools to automate stuff, they may have wrong numbers.
That would make sense.
And I'm assuming it's I assume it's for the purpose of each individual getting their personal transaction on their end, if that makes sense. But when it's coming from that
good.
Oh shit,
man.
my blood sugar's low. I need to eat.
You need to eat, man. You need to get some food in you. Come on.
Oh God.
Come on, Rhodes. Get up.
I can't believe. Listen, it's just been a paperwork day. It's been a paperwork day. I hate paperwork days. I'm going to the fridge. If there's no food, I'm gonna fucking flip.
Oh, no.
I'm gonna flip. Oh, we good. Oh,
You
churros.
got your churros.
Oh, they're so good.
You always need that cinnamon and that sugar. Nothing better
You
than
can-
a Costco churro.
You can never go wrong with churros. Did you
Costco
hold up? Did
churro
you
and a hot dog.
did you hear that Subway had churros for a period of time? That sounds
Yeah,
no
they're
bueno.
awful. Yeah. Yeah, no bueno indeed. Honestly, Subway's dog shit, but every once in a while I go. You know, I used to like Subway for the $5 footlong. Now it's $14.
Yeah, I know, it's insane.
It ain't worth it. I mean, for $14, you can go to some place and get like
A good sandwich.
much higher quality. Yeah.
Listen, you go to Subway out of like convenience and the fact that you know it's going to be quick. You know,
Yeah.
aside from that,
It's familiar.
yeah, 100%. 100%.
Yeah. So today I do want to. I am going to get I've been waiting for it to get everybody gathered. But I did have a short day yesterday, so it's kind of on me. So I'm gonna get them up and going, and I mean, I want them to. I'm gonna try and pitch the vision to them, but it's already going against the vision because it seems like they're fucking scattered, you know. And I'm worried that they just ain't got the drive. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm worried.
Who's scattered at the moment?
V, Aaron, Opal, Moss.
I mean, are they
Nikki,
scattered because it's kind of been like up in the air and not like really solidified? I mean, listen,
Yeah,
I say we go into every newer thing with, fuck it, we'll give it a go, and if it doesn't work, we pivot and go from there. Like,
then we just alter it.
Yeah. At the end of the day, I think we give people the opportunity. If it goes well, fucking great. If it doesn't go well, we do something different. I mean, let's not pretend that we didn't immediately do that with TRT right at the very start, right? Got pulled from Opal.
And now TRT's just fucked.
But exactly.
Again.
Exactly. I mean, we can probably put our hands up and be like, well, fuck, maybe it should have been left. Who knows? But we're at least trying something. I mean, yeah, there's outside factors, you know, Peter's, you know, and all of the personal stuff going on in his life. No one's going to hold that against him.
We should.
Arjun, where the fuck is he?
Arjun's been busy. I don't know.
You know what? I'm writing him an email as we speak. Right here.
Email
Email. Dear Arjun, it has come to my attention that you have an MIA. Your employment status in the LSPD is being reconsidered. Maybe. Please show up to work. Thanks. Matt
Sure, he'll appreciate getting that.
Rhodes, LSPD ass chief. Also, the person whose office you have yet to decorate. Okay, sent.
I mean, so how do you feel about the names? Opal, Aaron, V Gray, Nikki, Daisy Moss, and then maybe we'll sprinkle in one or two more.
I have no issue with any of that.
Did I say I said Brandy, right? I did say Brandy,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. I think.
Wait, what about Richard?
Oh yeah, Richard.
Oh, okay. I'm biased. It's my husband.
Yeah. All right, and then it's gonna be hard. I want to really drag them into a room though, and I want to solidify it in them because if we allow like one or two more people to join it, that's fine. But we need to solidify being results oriented. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's always missing, right? The results oriented aspect, because I mean that's how I like to do things. I'm results oriented. I never get tied down to one case for too long. You know, I look into something that looks suspicious. If it's not bearing any fruit, cut the tree down, move on.
Move on, because there's always going to be something else that's likely going to be bigger.
I wish I could focus on it more myself. It's a pain in the ass, but I think what I might do is I might start pulling crystal hours.
I've wanted to
pulling some hours.
I've wanted to, but then fucking the holiday season hit.
Or you have a league day.
That's true. That was yesterday.
Yeah, exactly.
That was
what
pain and
rank?
suffering. Yeah, we don't have to talk about that.
Come on.
We don't have to talk about that.
Come on, Rhodes.
Listen,
what's your ranking?
Gold, don't judge me.
Okay, well, I don't even play. I mean, hey, gold, you know what? Gold's better than silver.
Denzel's calling. Denzel, have you done it?
No, not yet.
No, why are you laughing?
Well, that was 8 months ago. You said, "Hello, this is Matt Rhodes. Please call me." I thought that was recently. Never mind. Please put. Oh yeah, no, I need to do that too.
You realize you only have a couple hours, right?
Yeah, I do. I know, but it's
no, like actually, you have 2 hours and 10 minutes.
Yeah, I know. Everybody, I'll be honest, this is driving people mad. I'm sorry if it's affecting
Denzel, we are fucking panicking.
Who's
Denzel, listen. I have really bad fucking luck, okay? And that extends to the people around me. If you are part of the plan for the success, I need you to know that your smoke alarm's gonna go off 5 minutes before you intended on submitting this shit. So I need you to do this now, please.
Okay. No, I'm not gonna leave it that late. That's crazy. We'll do it. But so this morning,
we'll have to.
I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna be sabotaged, Rose.
I guess
Denzel, you can't be sabotaged. You'd only have a few weeks.
I woke up this morning. There was a camera pointing at my food stall. I opened the food stall. All of a sudden, 2 marshals come up and start talking to me and start asking me to consent to giving them my phone records and my bank details. Was
it because of the thing you got?
What thing?
The business stuff that you haven't even touched the money of?
No, they're not bothered about that. They're trying to actually make me a criminal by the sounds of it.
What the who?
She used to be in a gang.
Oh, Springfield?
Used to be in C4. Yeah, that one.
Then
she started telling me how much I'd spent in the clothing stores since I'd been back in town, how much I'd ever spent on gas, and all this kind of. I'm kind of thinking, what the fuck have I done? I thought, tell me you don't want me as mayor without telling me.
You need to find a short eye for your penumbra.
Huh. Yeah, that's a little odd.
I think it's because I've never shown my face. People think I'm affiliated with the faceless.
How much is that?
I mean, if the shoe fits.
I'm actually not. I'm not cool enough. Okay, I'm not gangster enough, Rhodes. Okay,
if the shoe fits or the lack of, anyways, listen, I'm in it. Denzel, please just promise me you're gonna get it in on time.
I'm gonna do it. I will do it for you. I promise.
Please soon. Listen, I already saw someone. That bitch fucking put their shit through their ChatGPT. You can tell by the formatting.
Oh yeah, I was gonna do. They're all ChatGPT.
No, but one of them is very ChatGPT formatted.
Who's one?
Let me go back and look at it.
Okay, I got you.
So with me, there'll be 16 people.
That's what I like to hear.
Look at Hubert Galloway. Tell me that wasn't ChatGPT.
He is quite clever, though.
Okay, but look at the formatting, and then you'll know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, perfect, man. I'll try and.
Yeah, it's probably ChatGPT, to be fair.
Core vision, driving counties and city first, leadership principles, key initiatives.
You know why it's ChatGPT? Because he cares too much.
Okay, I have to go. I do have to go. But...
Okay, right, perfect. I'll get it up there. I'll promise.
Please. Okay, bye.
I promise. I'll speak to you about.
Or something, I think his name was.
Okay, he promised he's gonna get it on the
I'll
thing.
try and find it.
Davenport, did you get my text?
Davenport?
No, I didn't.
Is 150K?
VAF thing?
No. Well, I did. I had a conversation with Davenport.
Yes, that is very good for a block.
Okay, then I'm gonna buy it from Aziz.
And someone tried to sell one to me for 350K. I think it's the same person that got Oxby for 200 and something per red bin. But yeah, that's
someone actually giving us good deals.
I'm buying this personally, just so I can fucking have it. You can never go wrong with a 6.5 V12. They've never been problematic.
The idea is just build it and have it sitting in the shop, but don't get it
Oh, and
delivered.
it's fresh too. So like, you know, I can even hold off for a bit. No problem. Not that I need to, but just in case.
Yeah, those 6.5s, the Yotes in either of the JC engines, you need to kind of buy them as soon as you see them because they're so hard to come by.
Okay, so that was it. Did I just call the wrong person? Fuck. Wait, no, that was them. So Davenport, we're probably gonna reutilize the VAF stuff, just for documenting vehicles.
Hey, Mayor.
What did you need? Sorry, I want to derail this.
I was just going to remind you that the storm will wash those clamps away, so don't forget.
Yeah,
to grab them,
I'll
'cause
pull
I'm
them
on
off.
duty, so.
I'll pull them off. I might
If
limit
you want
test
to reuse them again, that is.
specifically with
All right, I'll come to get
Dixie's,
I'll come
by
grab
the
you.
way, because her DNA was on scene.
Denzel
The
said
owners
he
of
wants
the
to
others.
talk to us in person.
Yeah, are you bringing him here?
Yeah.
All right. I might just do Dixie's because Dixie's DNA was on scene and her vehicle was there. I think that's like the biggest undeniable thing, you know?
Yeah.
But I will pull those clamps off. What else?
Yeah, I just seen him there when I was putting cars away, and I thought, shit, I'll remind you before I get off duty, just in case you forgot about it or whatever.
I'm considering. Okay. All right.
Hey guys. Hey.
Hey, how's it going?
How you doing?
Hey, Mr. Wallace, how you doing?
Not too bad. I've actually just told this to Rhodes, to be honest. This morning, I'm gonna say quietly. I'm not sure how the walls are, but this morning I went to my food stall and noticed a camera on the ceiling, pointing at the stall. Opened it like I normally do, you know, checked if there was food. Before I could kind of say we're open, 2 marshals turned up.
They want to speak to you about your car's extended warranty?
Sadly not. They started they started just talking to me normally, and then all of a sudden it turned into you know, they started talking about how much money I'd spent in clothing stores on the island, how much fuel I'd put in my cars since I'd lived here, when I'd taken extended breaks, you know, from the city and flown back home and not been around. Then they tried to convince me to sign subpoenas for my bank and phone records.
Any indication as to why?
I had Springfield ring me and tell me
Oh,
the same
Davenport,
thing.
come close. Can't hear you.
I had Springfield ring me and tell me the same thing 2 days ago.
It was
She even
Springfield.
told me
that,
she even
yeah.
told me how many liters of gas I'd pumped into my vehicle.
Actually, that probably won't even be accurate because you always get a refund.
You get a reimbursement.
So then,
Why
she
would
then, so I'm curious why. So obviously the mayoral race is coming up, right? And you know, maybe they've. I'm assuming Brian and the marshal's office would not want me as the mayor. And I'm sure they'll probably endorse somebody else. I'm unsure who, because Brian's thing is, you know, I'm an ex-criminal, you know, which I understand, you know, fully. You know, respectfully, it's true.
Brian strapped a bomb to a woman and then pushed her into a den of terrorists. All right, he doesn't really have a leg to stand on here in criminality.
In Springfield, was it in a gang?
Kiki Pendragon.
But I'm also curious to who they're going to support, because I'm pretty sure Lexi
Well, it's
Law has
irrelevant. They're small.
well, Lexi Law has a bigger rap sheet than pre-expunged rap sheet than me, right? So if I'm all this bad because I used to be in a gang, I mean, it just doesn't make any sense.
Denzel, respectfully, I don't even know if it has anything to do with that. If what Davenport is saying is true, which I have no reason to. If she did the same thing to Davenport, it's got nothing to do with the mayor stuff.
Okay. I mean, the asking, and then she did say to me, she said, "I've got a question that I want to ask you. But I will only ask you the question if you agree for me to record it and you be Mirandized before I ask you."
Denzel, you know what that means?
What?
I have one burning question, and if you give me the answer I'm looking for, I get everything I want.
Yeah. So She wouldn't tell me what it was. She kind of left
Oh,
when I said.
Why
When I
didn't
said,
you
"Go
just
fuck
say,
yourself."
yeah, sure, I'll sit down with you and answer your question on recording, and then just wait for him to get the answer to get the question, and then say, oh, fuck you, I'm leaving.
Because I didn't know. I didn't want to do that if that was.
Oh no, you always got to treat. Listen, you always got to do that kind of shit, Denzel. All right, look, yeah, that's what you should do. You should call her. You should call her right after leaving here. In fact,
I've also heard something else, which might be a complete rumor, but it came to me, and I'm curious to what you would feel about this. So apparently there is somebody that's running for mayor, that has the plan to try and merge the counties again and go back to one unified mayor.
They won't be able to do that. That would go against the Constitution.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, would it? I mean, what if both mayors decided to legislate at a
Well,
state level?
it becomes. Listen, they can sit there and decide. I'm gonna try to word this the best I can. They can decide we can have all of the same legislative things. They won't be able to determine the jurisdictional aspect of LSPD, BCSO, marshals. That's out of their wheelhouse essentially. That would still exist. That won't change. That makes sense?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know that, but that's kind of what I heard, and I was wondering, I suppose it's concerning if it is a possibility, right?
Why would that be their main thing they want to achieve? I mean, do you know who that candidate is?
I mean, I'm sure you can guess.
Lexi Law.
Ding, 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 ding.
I mean, it's obvious. I mean, this is a Blainer power grab.
Yeah, I mean,
even as someone who has always hated the North versus South bullshit, I'm going to say something, and if people don't agree, that's fine. The financials of the North are nowhere close to what they fucking used to be. The North, from my understanding, can easily afford whatever it is they want.
Yep.
They can't go overboard, sure, but it's not the period of time, Denzel, when you guys inherited essentially a county that was borderline negative, if not negative daily.
I mean, no, we were minus 8 to 10 million, and we were told that you need to clear that balance because we've not approved you to be in negative. You can't just use it as an endless overdraft kind of thing.
Let's also not forget the logistical nightmare that the North was. Regardless,
Andy
they're no
Jones
longer
bankrupted the North. Princess bankrupted the North.
Well, no, it's not the bank.
Saved the North. Predonomics for the first time. Listen, I got that account to 50 million.
Yeah, by paying the BCSO nothing.
Hey, fuck them. That's what they get. They arrested me at my inauguration. They got what they
shouldn't have
deserved.
happened. I agree. It shouldn't have happened. Regardless, though, I don't know if you saw Falconer had twatted the accounts. Blaine County is at 41.
And it's not. It's actually gone up, no?
Well, that was this morning. I don't know what he's. I think he twats almost daily or whenever he's around.
Yeah.
But it's at 41, and Ellis County has 413. So
I mean, it must be sustaining itself now. No, it must be. It must be sustaining itself.
Yeah, it's got to be.
Also,
with those amounts.
So somebody advised me. So I had a text from Marlo Stanfield in regards to a grant that I received. So I received 3 million for a grant to run a raffle for my stall. To buy a car from the tuner shop. When I received the money, the car from the tuner shop shot up in price. So instead of spending the money on something I shouldn't have, I just left it in the account, waiting for it to go down. The vehicle has not returned to the price. It's actually gone up even more. It's now 8 million. So I still obviously have that grant of 3 million.
Give it back.
I'm speaking with Marlo.
Give it back
he's asked me to give it back. He said that's absolutely fine. But somebody else said to me, if you give it back, they might be trying to make you do it, so then they can pull you in for something else.
Well, that wouldn't make sense because in order for
it's a low number compared to everything that's going on.
Not even that, but the clawback portion would subject you to the entire clawback amount, which if you return, you then owe nothing.
Yeah, no, I wasn't. I'll be honest. I knew it was far too easy for me to get that grant. I knew this day was coming where everybody that was abusing it was going to get their comeuppance, to be honest. I wasn't stupid enough to like put it in my own bank and start spending it on shit.
Mm-hmm. Did you see the ruling on the Bruce Baylor case?
Yeah.
The summary judgment ruling was essentially this amount was spent and is considered embezzlement, and as a result of whatever legislation, the entire amount is subject to clawback. And even if the amount was $2 million of 30, the whole portion that had any involvement in embezzlement was to be paid back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's gone from the richest man to the poorest man very quick. But I mean, that's what happens when you build your empire on, I suppose, embezzling.
True.
I mean, straight up, I think I would say it would be wise prior to the election for you to return the funds. That way you also have, let's assume there's going to be a like city hall campaign night thing where everyone goes up, says their bit, and can ask questions. Someone's inevitably going to ask you, if you plan on resolving the money that's going out all willy-nilly, how can we trust you if you were one of the recipients of that? To which you can then say, you've been waiting to follow through with exactly what the grant was issued for. The price has never come down since. And as a result of that, I've returned the funds.
Yeah, I mean, very evident people are after me because apparently there was a document where you could kind of look up how much people have received in grants. And somebody opened it up, and I was the name that had been looked up already.
It doesn't. Here's the fucked up thing: a lot of people are throwing those state account logs into tools that are automating and calculating things. They're not realizing there's a lot more nuance to it.
Somebody told me I was top 10 for the grants received, and I said, "Beg your pardon." I said, "Haven't people received like 50 million?" And they said, "Yes." I said, "So how is 3 million in the top 10?" And then they later said, "No, I'm sorry, you're not even top 50.
See, this is the issue, right? They're operating as like some type of look, right now, the marshals, their authority, their job, it is legislated what their duties are. Right? I mean, if they're not looking into government corruption, all right, they should have been handing all this information over to us to begin with. I mean, this is, of course, Brian Knight ignoring legislation, going unchecked, no one fucking questioning what he's doing, even though it is legitimately wrong. His duties are outlined, right? And he's not performing those duties, right? He's failing at his post. He's a son of a bitch, and I wish he was fucking dead. I should have never voted for him, but yeah, he is my best friend. One of them. But I wish I never supported Brian Knight. Truly. What were we talking about?
Well, he was bringing up, essentially, he thinks he has a target on his back. I realistically don't think it's that big. Yeah, but I don't think it's that big. The Marshall stuff, I genuinely think unrelated. If, again, Davenport was approached by the same person. I mean, the camera thing is maybe a little overbearing.
It might have just been a coincidence, right? It doesn't
possibly
I can't prove it was their camera.
The camera thing might have actually been illegal.
I mean, it was in a public space.
Is your stall public though?
Yeah, it's in the food court.
I don't know. I mean,
no. He's saying the camera was in the food court.
Oh, it wasn't in the actual. If it was in your stall,
no, it wasn't in the stall. No, it was. It could have just been coincidence. To be fair, I could just be a bit paranoid. But I mean, Davenport, what was the context in what they started reading off your life spendings?
Yeah, so I'd had previous conversations too because Danger had sent me money and promised me money to get parts for Shift 3.
Yeah.
And I'd literally had a conversation with Springfield about it to the point where I even showed her that how I document it and everything is noted down with I note everything down. The person I bought it off, I have a copy of the bet I receive when I spend the money. I get copy of when the money's deposited in my account from the mayor, and I have
Mhm.
everything in a report so that if they ever look into it, they know where every cent goes, and none of it stays with me. I don't spend a cent of it on myself. It's all spent towards parts for the shift, you know.
Yeah. So
And I told her that I did that because she'd brought up the Bruce Baylor deal. Because I don't know, they say that they got so much off him, but there's really nothing there that's valuable.
yeah, I mean, she kept telling me, "Look what I did to Bruce Baylor. Look what I did to Bruce Baylor." I'm kind of thinking, well, what do you want me to do? I can't replicate that. I didn't get 50 million in grants and blow it all on cars. No, I'm not a Bruce Baylor. As much as she wants to take down another one, I haven't lived that lifestyle, you know.
Well, I think she should be looking at the people that were above him that had actually got more in grants than he did.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Because apparently, she told me that what's the baller's guy name?
Andre.
White guy.
Yeah, 50
Yeah.
million.
Yeah, 50 million he's got in grants over the same period of time as what Bruce Baylor got, 16 or something.
Quentin
20
Quantum, 21 million. Remedy Creed, 16 million.
And
Yeah.
mind you, these
Guys, my
people
blood
are
sugar's going
approving
low.
grants.
Oh yeah.
Oh no. Hey Nikki,
That's
can I
so
call you
much
back?
money.
I mean, these are people who have also been in the cabinets, right? Getting paid the
I'm okay,
Los
guys. I'm
Santos
okay.
County
I'm
wage.
okay.
Are you sure you're
Yeah,
okay?
yeah. I'm just gonna rest here for just a minute.
Here, let me help you. You don't want me to help you up? You don't want?
No,
here,
it's okay. It's okay. I'll be fine. I'll have another
right.
churro.
Nobody step on my ass, Chief.
So, but I mean, she sent me a graph. I actually sent it to you, Rose. She sent me a graph of like even how many hours I've spent on duty.
we're in a surveillance state, guys.
And told me in the last 6 months I'm the most active person in shift 3, and had like literally a graph. Like I can literally show you. I have it texted to me. So they
Yeah, that
have a
sounds like
graph
somebody
for
that deserves a
absolutely
bonus.
everything.
Sounds like somebody with too much fucking time on their hands. if you ask
Exactly.
me.
Yeah, it's sickening. What, Davenport or the person that's told him?
Or the Springfield.
Trust me, I ain't gonna go through looking at graphs like that.
Yeah, I know. It's. I mean, she was just kept banging on about how she loves graphs and numbers and stuff, and I said, well, you know, you're more than welcome to look
I
at
love
mine.
cakes and pies. All right, but I don't talk. But you know,
Yeah, it turned into a bit of a flex session, you know, and I was kind of like, well, yeah, you're more than welcome to go through my bank and phone records if you find reasonable, you know.
Now
suspicion
you're
to do it.
looking for probable cause.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I'm not gonna lie to you, and I think everybody in this room, you know, knows what I've done and where I've come from. But if I was still about that life, I wouldn't be doing this, and that's the honest truth. Because I just knew that the time would come where I'd be under a microscope.
And here you are.
Yep.
All right. Well, what you're going to do is put your name on the fucking thing.
Yeah. I'm gonna do
ASAP.
that. Because I'm an idiot, guys. You'll have to tell people if they do want to vote for me. It's probably going to be on the second page at the bottom.
I know they're gonna have ballots posted up down at the courthouse.
Yeah, you know, but on the ballot, that's what I mean. I'm going to be probably at the bottom of the ballot.
That's not good. You should bribe a judge to put you at the top.
Wait, hold on. How is order determined? Has it always been the order it was submitted?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I won an election and people couldn't even read my name on the ballot.
Oh my god.
They thought I was blah 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 blah.
Denzel, please put your fucking name.
I'm gonna
You keep saying you're gonna do it. Do it.
Hey,
Isn't it
listen,
too
I
late?
like procrastinating
No.
too.
I'm
No.
not even procrastinating. It was just because everyone was crashing out that I hadn't put my name on.
Now you're on page 2.
I was already up. I think I was already on page 2. It'll be fine.
Okay, well listen, now the campaign has become vote for Denzel. Make sure to check the second page.
Yeah, that's fine. That's just, there's 16 people on the ballot. You know that, right?
Listen, make it
That's a
part
lot.
of your
Your slogan
campaign. Yeah, you want it, second
A
page
good
because
man always
turn a
comes
new
last.
leaf.
Save
No,
the
you're
best
turning a
till
new
last.
leaf.
Very true.
I'm I'm going to be honest, though. I will say, right, I do appreciate the backing. I understand that